A World War II veteran is touring the country, making sure a lot of folks meet him.
This is great. Sidney Walton spent years in the Army. News 8's Kent Pierce shares with us his new life mission.
Hi, I'm Shelley.
Sidney Walton is on a mission to meet people. He is 99 years old and wants people not to miss out on the opportunity to meet someone like him. When he was young, he missed an opportunity of his own in 1941.
To meet some Civil War veterans in Central Park.
He skipped meeting the Civil War veterans in Central Park, then joined the Army himself to fight the Nazis even before Pearl Harbor. Just before his unit shipped out to go to Europe, Sidney broke his leg. His unit ended up being in the Battle of the Bulge, one of the worst battles of World War II. When Sidney did eventually ship out, he ended up fighting in India. After the war, he had an academic career. He was a professor, even studied here at Yale, but he never lost that feeling of regret over not meeting those Civil War vets. So now that World War II veterans are quickly disappearing, he wants to make sure everyone gets a chance to meet one, preferably him.
Well, I feel good about it because I want these people to meet me.
His No Regrets tour has been going on for about a month now. The governor of Massachusetts gave him a citation. He met with Governor Malloy this week.
Even though we're meeting every single governor in every single one of the 50 states and their capitals, the real goal is to meet people who have never had an opportunity to meet a World War II veteran. Right, Dad?
That's true.
At 99 years old, he wants to make sure no one has a regret about not meeting a World War II vet. You getting tired yet?
No.
You're going to keep going?
I'm going to keep going.
And he'll be in the lobby of the downtown Hartford Marriott until 7 p.m., just looking to meet people in Hartford. I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.